Arc 3, Episode 20 of the DNR podcast is brought to you today by you lovely folks over at patreon.com/DANDR. When you're all done today's episode, swing on by patreon.com/DANDR to find behind-the-scenes stuff that we just couldn't fit into this episode, along with a wealth of other original shows just for you guys. As always, thank you so much for supporting us and allowing us to do this show full-time for you. Previously for Group A. After laying Ubo to rest in the mountains, letting him watch the sunrise one last time, the group, with one party member shy, descended the hilltops and found themselves next to a glade with rare and valuable flowers. After a seemingly avoidable fight with hill giants, the group emerged victorious, if not a bit bruised and beaten, and that's where we pick things up today. Let's do that thing where we go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jason, I'm the Dungeon Master. Going around the table, starting with Kelsey.
I'm Kelsey, and I play Aster, the elven archer.
And Michael.
I'm Michael. I'm the always nearly dead half-elf wizard.
And James.
Hi, it's James, and I play as Masoka, the half-elf rogue.
And Xavier.
Hey, I'm Xavier, and I play Donovan Vice, the human fighter?
Question mark? And last and certainly not least, Susan.
Hey, I'm Susan. I play Madeline Riowin, the human cleric.
It's always interesting when we haven't played for a couple of months because there's that ring rust we all need to shake off. It's like, what do I play? I'm a half-elf stabby guy.
Stabby McStab.
Let me share a map with you guys. It's not for fighting. Calm down. It's just.
I didn't say no nothing.
Yeah, I know.
We've been hit, too many times.
I have all the health in the world. It's fine.
Okay, a lot of you have expelled spell slots, and you have been hit a bunch, but you did get through this valley of hill giants. So, congrats, because there's just large bodies strewn about.
Now, are we the blue circle, or are we the black mess of scribbles?
I don't know who did that.
That's where we fought the slavers.
That's where...
right.
Interesting. Okay, let me remove... Oh, I can't remove that, so that's
Oh,
just
let's
there.
see if I can.
Drawing? Can I remove?
So what you're saying is we can draw the map.
Clear drawing.
No
Here we go.
nudity.
Maybe. There we go. Okay, we did it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to draw a nice little circle for you guys now. You've earned it. You have evolved to a circle. So, you are in the Blistering Peaks. You buried a friend. You got some rare flowers. And thanks to Clifford, you killed a small band of hill giants.
I like your perspective on that.
Well, I may have a bias, but no. So, a lot happened in that fight, and it's been 2 months since we sat down, but I have a feeling you might want to say a thing or two before you just kind of pick your things up and move out of this valley. So, let me paint a picture. The last hill giant falls down, and the ground just shakes beneath your feet when these giant... these giant corpses tumble over and just slam dead weight on the ground. I believe there were 4 of them in total, maybe more. But you are out of danger, and there's that weird calm that happens after the last body falls. It's like boom, and then you're all just like you get a heavy panting, but you don't hear any more movement. What would you like to do? By the way, Clifford's going to have this ear-to-ear smile. He's so proud. He thinks he's just slam dunked this entire encounter. Like he's like, I've proven that I am a member of this team now. I'm just as good as Masoka.
Mm-hmm.
Is he on top of one of the giants?
I would like to think when the last body falls down, he's going to put a foot up, Captain Morgan style, on one of the ankles of this, but it's still a little high for him, so it looks awkward. So he's kind of craned back at a 45-degree angle, but he's got like fists on hips, just he is over the moon.
Donovan's gonna look around at everyone to see like how the state of everyone after this fight, because he wants to give an earful to Clifford, but he'll try to assess who else wants in on this.
And Amvin popped back out of invisibility, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say Amvin pops and appears and looks disheveled. He looks a little hurt, but considering he was healed, but he's still got he's still a mess. He's dirty. He got clobbered by some hill giants. Yeah, he appears near you, actually. Because I think
Oh, that's convenient.
Oh god. Canonically, does it actually make a popping sound when he comes? Like when he hits like does he just?
I hope so.
Yeah, I want it to.
Only as long as it doesn't give me disadvantage when I pop it.
You're fine. Yes. No, that wasn't a trick. It's more just for
He
playful.
can turn it off if he needs to.
Yeah, he can go in
I've
silent
got
mode.
a mixer tool that I just.
Yeah. In case you need to go see a movie or something, it's like put your invisibility on silent.
Maddie will probably make eye contact with Donovan, and you could see that she's glaring, and then she'll look over to Clifford, but then she'll just plop down and start praying, and this sounds familiar. She's doing prayer of healing, so everybody could get healed, because we're all very injured except for Clifford.
That's the one that takes 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it takes a
Okay,
while.
cool.
Yeah.
So Clifford's going to be looking at Maddy. And I don't know if this has happened enough that he's completely familiar with how your powers work. I don't think he's been around too many clerics. So I think he's probably going to think that this is your process. It's after a big fight, she's got to take a few seconds. It's like yoga. You got to decompress. I get it. And he's yeah, practice some self-care, whatever. So he is going.
And I'd like to point out that we did the most damage to these things, him and I.
Yeah, no. Did he get hit at all? I don't think he did.
No.
God.
Oh God. He's going to be insufferable. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh my God. He has one more health point than I do.
You have less HP than a 12-year-old!
12-year-old vampire. Okay, let's.
No. We're not doing him like that.
But who can stand in the sunlight more? Jesus. Okay, so is that 12 health to everybody?
That's my modifier, because I'm casting this at 4th level.
Got it. Okay.
So
Well-
I'm going to add that to it.
I mean, that's more than enough for me.
So Clifford's just going to he is going to kind of erupt after a bit. It's that was amazing! You all did so well! I can't believe we took those things out!
Alright, Donovan's gonna dart for Clifford. I assume Masoka's not too far either.
Oh, yeah. If you... Okay, go ahead.
So as you walk, he's gonna wipe the blood on his face or whatever, put his weapons back in their sheaths, and crack his neck, just.
Clifford's? Oh, yours. Okay.
Bye-bye!
Bye. But that doesn't kill him, so he just has a broken neck forever.
Oh no.
And he'll just stop next to Clifford, gonna cross his arms, and he'll look at both him and Masoka and go, "What did I say before we got into this fight?"
And I think he's going to look to Masoka. It's like, are you talking to Masoka or me? Because I think the tone probably surprised him. I think he thought everyone was going to be like, yay, a fight, we won. And you are not that. So he's like, oh no. Like, he's like, yeah.
I'm talking to both of you.
He's gonna swallow hard. Well, you said to run, but I thought that was because you didn't think you could take him.
No, before the fight I said, you don't attack until anyone tells you to. I also said, you stay back and let Maddy and me be up front. Because otherwise that makes my work a lot harder.
Hold on. Why are you dragging me into this? I didn't start that fight.
Look, man, when we brought a child into this group, I knew this wasn't going to be easy, but now that we have two in the group, it's a help.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
The kid jumped in the fight, and I went to save him.
He's, Clifford's going to, like, not for nothing. He's like, whoa, kid. Like, you know, I think I think I did pretty good. Like, and he's gonna point to like all his little stab marks and stuff. Like, I mean, you know,
No. You shut your mouth right now.
Oh.
He's gonna march right up to Clifford, and if it's accessible, he's taking Topo away from him.
Oh. Okay, do you say shut your mouth?
Yes. Absolutely.
His expression is going to sour instantly. Hey, just because you couldn't hit anything in this fight, don't get mad at me.
All right, Donovan's gonna interpose. Is gonna stand in between the both of them. Okay, I see where this is going, guys. Gentlemen, just hear me out, okay? And he's gonna drop to Clifford's eye level, like take a knee. Look, all right, for the time being, you lost my trust, but you've earned my respect. All right? Yeah, you fight really well. You fight really, really well. Look, Cliff, when I was your age, I wanted to join the town guard in Aldmore. All right? And like my dad wouldn't let me near them. He would get so angry when I would mention it, and I wouldn't stop telling him how much I wanted to be in the town guard. And he got so mad and frustrated, and we spent the rest of our lives just yelling at each other. And look, what I'm saying is, I don't want to be my dad. He was a shitty dad, so I'm not going to tell you not to fight with us. I just want you to listen to us because we have the experience. And no matter how strong you are or how fast you can climb a giant, you might put us in danger. And so I'll give you another chance, but next time, man, just listen to us.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Skills.
Oh, that was
15.
Okay. He's gonna take a breath. And he's going to fold his arms because he's a little defensive, but not like in a pouty way. Just, he'll take a breath. Fine. I wasn't trying to get anybody hurt. I wanted to do something.
Yeah, no, totally. And you did. And again, you're good. You're just... Watch us and learn a little more before jumping in. Because there's more than just stabbing in this.
So again, the moon's out bright. You're going to be able to see this valley and all the dead giants. And he's going to give one last look to Masoka, kind of like, Okay. Okay. James, you play music.
Hmm?
He's going to give Masoka the look that's like, what happened to you, man? It used to be about the music. You used to be cool. And he's going to like shake his head a little bit and like walk away.
Did Masoka get?
I
Topo
would
back
say
from him?
if you, oh boy, would he be an asshole and try to keep
Because if he didn't, he's going to get it now.
Give me a dex check. If it's 14 or higher, you're going to take it off his hands. Otherwise, he's going to have it clenched in his bloody little fist. Shit. Yeah, that's 24. You're going to grab it. He's going to be... When you do, that's probably when he snapped at you. Like, he, you know... Fucking kids. So, yeah, no, that's probably... doubled in. Yeah, he'll kind of give Donovan like that. It's like, fine, yeah. It's it. And he's going to look at Masoka just like, man, sell out. And then just walk away.
Okay, can that be when I grab it from him?
Oh, yeah, no, I figured you grabbed it before Donovan started talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to hit him with it or something? Like,
No.
oh, that was a long pause.
No. Here, let me grab it now.
Okay.
While he's walking away, I'm going to come up and grab it from him. You're not ready for this. You got lucky in there, but that was reckless, and we just lost somebody. Do you really think right now was the time to do that?
Oh, boy. Give me a charisma check. That's a 6.
This might escalate.
He's, yeah, I don't want it to. Like, he's, you know.
Donovan's still nearby.
Yeah. Well, first of all, he's going to be pissed off that you gave him something and then took it right back. Like, canonically, I think he's had it for a few hours or something. Like, it was not long. And he is going to raise his voice a bit. I was just doing what you told me to do. I don't get it. I did exactly what you would have done, and now I'm in trouble?
Look, kid, I did not ask you to do what I do. I'm not a role model for you. We work as a team here. Everyone agreed to run. Look what you did. And look at us. You might have come out unscathed.
Let me roll a die. Oh, man. Okay. He is going to square up with Masoka. He's going to take a step forward. Now, I imagine Masoka's like a good 8 to 12 inches taller than him. Like, I don't think Masoka's this towering figure, but, you know, Clifford's a little small for a 12-year-old. Yeah, you're not a role model. My role model would hit something in a fight. And he is yelling loud enough that it's probably reverberating a little bit in the valley. And he's going to be pointing at one of the hill giant corpses. Debating if he would go further.
Donovan would speak up and say, "You two keep your voice down, or there's going to be more of them coming up for us."
Look, if you want to hang out with us, you do what you're asked to do.
I think he's just going to clam up. Like, I think he's going to... Now he's kind of pouty. Like, you could tell... Like, he just that impotent rage, that... It's very 12-year-old, where it's like, yeah, I'm really angry. I can't do anything about it. I have no authority here. And he's got nowhere else to go, and it's all just terrible. So he is going to probably just clam up and go off by himself, like a little bit. Not leave the party, but just like walk away from Masoka.
Okay, he'll let him walk away.
Being a parent's tough.
We'll talk again.
So, Maddy's been praying.
Okay, so meanwhile,
Everybody's wounds are slowly closing up.
yeah. So after Aster gets back some health, and they are going to stand up from where they were laying on the ground, from where they had fallen because they were injured, and they are going to walk towards Amvin, and they do not look happy.
Is this like a totally new sensation for Aster? Like, is this like canonically? Would you say that this is the first time Aster's been knocked clean out? Like, is this
No.
Okay, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it's the whole thing with like the fire and everything too. It's like a lot just happened for them, and a convenient outlet for all my emotions.
Remember, he only has 23 hit points. Don't hit him.
Maddy has resurrection now. It's fine.
If it was Clifford, you could go all out, but not Amvin.
Could doesn't mean will.
I rolled a practice roll, and never mind. Let's just say it didn't look well. It didn't go well for me.
So yeah, Aster is like pretty much like how far away was Amvin? You said that he was close to them.
Yeah, I think I was actually like right next to you. Because I was actually planning to give you a health potion. But...
Oh, okay. So in that case, they stand up and they're just like glaring at him. And that's really clearing. So they're gonna like. I don't know what I would need to like roll for this or something. But they're gonna try and like do like a maneuver to basically like sweep his feet out from under him, like knock him on the ground.
Oh. We're sweeping the leg.
Can I do a reaction? Or like try to...
Okay, you know what? Here's what we'll do.
I think this calls for initiative.
No. Stop it. Here's what we do. Give me a con save. Amvin.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like it'll trip Amvin up a little bit, but he'll be fine. He won't fall down.
What was that for?
Yeah, no, they're really still all up in it. I think if that doesn't work, they're just gonna punch him.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Roll an attack, I guess. Like an unarmed attack.
And this is like while the conversation with Clifford going on, also Maddy is like healing everybody, which is really, that's the part that really I think is pretty funny. But
how does Maddy concentrate in all this?
I just like keep it down.
This is a real test for her.
I don't think I've ever
I
done it
am
like this.
not gonna try to stop it at all. I'm gonna let it hit me.
Oh my god. Okay.
Dead.
Okay, so what do I do? I don't know how this works.
Well,
I've
okay.
never
This
done that.
is just a punch in the face, and you don't
Yeah.
have like a barroom brawler feat or anything like that. You're pretty dexterous, and so 1 hit point of damage.
They're not trying to actually like mortally wound him.
Right? No. But that doesn't mean you won't, because it's Amvin. So, like, I just close fist, bam, right in the mush. One point of damage.
Awesome.
I guess that's after Maddy heals everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be during so that he it starts to heal back up. As
I did heal him for more than what he had.
Okay, fine. You know what? You're gonna hit him,
fine. Yeah.
and his lip's gonna swell up, and then it's gonna unswell.
And then this light comes over him.
But, they're not really bothered by that. That wasn't the point.
Still hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And Maddy's thinking in her head, why am I even healing anybody? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And like Aster is like healing up, but still like probably a fair bit of blood. But yeah, they're just still like glaring at Amvin and just, what the fuck was that?
Surviving. We just survived something that I don't think many people could. I was already out first round. I barely even saw anything.
That's not... You don't just whip out something new in the middle of a battle. Tell people about it beforehand so we can plan around it. That's strategy. Come on, you're supposed to be like the brains person.
Wait. All I did was create a wind to try to prevent them.
And they're just squinching a little bit at him, like, is he trying to, like...
You talking about the fire?
No, I'm talking about the whole invisibility bullshit. The whole, I'm going to turn invisible and then run around and cast spells next to my allies so that the big giant things with not good brains that are swinging at us will hit them instead because they don't know to expect it.
Honestly, I thought we were ranged, and you barely get hit with ranged. I honestly thought...
surrounded.
Well, at that time, they were more with Donovan and crew, which is where I was trying to lead them to create a cone. And I did give a strategy to Donovan. Unfortunately, everything was such a cluster that there was no strategy because of, and I'm going to glare at Clifford, certain party members.
Don't drag him into this.
Looks up at Clifford, who's currently being reamed out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile...
Now, I went invisible because all I could think of after getting hit once and blacking out, which I never want to have again. I've already blacked out and disappeared for several days before this.
Yeah, it's called dying.
Yeah. It sucks. Now you know a little bit of the fear I have.
Oh my god. And they actually like laugh a little bit at that, but not in like a funny haha kind of way. And just
oh, that's scary. I'm more upset now. Laugh.
No, just like a like kind of bitter and also like still like frustrated, kind of like just
okay.
like just kind of like he's clearly not getting it, kind of thing, and just.
If I didn't go invisible, if I didn't try to corral and prevent and slow, and I stayed, and then he hit again, and I died, maybe Donovan would have died, maybe maybe you wouldn't have gotten hurt. Is that what the outcome we're looking for?
That's not what I'm saying. It's not, the point is not that I don't care that you went invisible. Like, yeah, okay, cool, that's a good tactic, whatever. You're squishy and you fall down after getting like pinched. The point is that if I had known beforehand, and then I probably would have been able to work around it. But we are a team, we're a party, we work together. We can't do that if we don't know what other people are going to do or what they can do. Like turning invisible, and they kind of like glance over at Maddy, who is still like involved in her stuff, just like throwing giant fireballs around in the forest.
Hey, there you go. You guys can argue now.
We're in a valley, just saying. Okay.
You've just been invited.
Who does Clifford get to yell at?
He already yelled at Masoka.
Yeah, he did.
That's true. He did. Yeah, it's retaliatory though.
Hurt his feelings.
Believe me, I know what it's like to live with the fear of death around the corner every single day. Just, there are ways to make it less likely to actually happen. And what happened back there was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, we were surrounded. No matter... I don't think anyone's plan or strategy worked out. I mean, it was pretty much fight. And I will apologize for getting you involved like that and getting him coming towards us. Obviously, I think we all mistook their ability and the numbers and all acted out of reaction and not planning. So I'll give you that.
That's what happens, though. I mean, all the time. Thinking on the fly, like, that's what we have to do. That's what life is. And there are always going to be stuff that we don't know about beforehand. But hey, a heads up that, oh, hey, guys, I figured out I can do this thing now. It might happen during the next fight. Just so you're aware, would be nice, is all I'm saying.
Well, I would have, but we were all kind of busy. And I actually didn't expect that I'd have to use it because I thought we were just going to pick some flowers.
I literally said that there was probably going to be some dangerous stuff around here. That was absolutely a thing, just for the record.
Right, we did just kill a bunch of orcs, or try to kill a bunch of orcs. I didn't use it then. Like, I didn't think we would need that, and we didn't have any of this strategy up ahead. I don't even know all the things you can do.
I shoot arrow.
Is that really? I mean, I don't know, Aster. I don't know you as well as I think. I don't think we all know each other as well as we should, especially with all this new stuff coming. So you're right. We all need to communicate better. What in the world is Clifford going to get us into next? What can Masoka do other than crazy dexterous leaps to kill things and talk to gods? You know, I mean, Donovan? I mean, there's so much going on. I don't think we've communicated about much at all. So yeah, I think we're all playing into their chest. And if anything, this has just proven that we need to talk more. Now, we should probably find a way to get what we want out of this and get to somewhere safe before something else gets us.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not done over there yet, and we gotta wait till Maddy to finish up anyways.
And I'm gonna put my arm out for shake. Let's start over.
And they'll kind of raise an eyebrow at that, and just, I don't think he wanted to go back that far, but they will take his hand and give it maybe a little bit more of a firmer squeeze than is totally necessary, but
totally
still
fine. Remember, I'm supposed to be the diplomat.
Mm-hmm.
See, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, that was the outcome that they wanted, so they are happy. just
Perfect time to introduce a new party member. Everything's going really well. So, there's plenty of nighttime left, guys. Do you want to keep going?
I feel like we should leave.
Yeah.
Leaving's a good... Oh, wait, we should...
Oh yeah, we travel at night now, don't we? Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything valuable?
What do you run the giant's pockets?
Well, and I probably don't have pockets. I'm not putting my hopes up that high. I don't think they've invented them yet.
I mean,
they
got
more of like
they got nature's pocket.
Is there like a body part or something? Like, do hill giant like gallbladders? Are they useful in some sort of potion? Something? I don't know. I figure we might as well check since we have 4 hill giant bodies.
Or is there like some sort of bounty that towns will pay for? I don't know.
I would like to put forward a motion. I would like to put a proposition down where we just leave the carcasses alone from now on. They don't all need to be all Claudius or Estraded.
I feel like that's the vegan in you, but it's a fair point. It's
new year, new me.
But wasn't all these flowers supposed to be worth a lot? So I think we should be collecting those.
I figured you. Yeah.
Like hill giants are pretty difficult to kill, so if there's like something like rare that they have that could help people or something, so I figure we want to check.
Well, I don't want to be an asshole, but they weren't bothering anybody, so like there's no bounty on them because you know, but
just family pictures.
Just family pictures. There's a lot of little hill giants that well, no one's coming home to them tonight.
I mean,
All-
little is subjective.
They don't have like a key for a safety deposit box in their wallet or something?
No, I'll tell you what's
No?
going to happen.
Okay.
So, okay. Clifford's going to walk up to one of the calves of the hill giants, and is going to be making eye contact with Masoka. And he is going to bite into one of them, because it's like, hey, I'm hungry. Like, it's, but instantly, he's going to gag, like, oh, God, like, that's terrible. That's, bleh. Like, in his head, bigger creatures have more blood. This will be delicious. Oh my God, that's terrible. Like, it's just... So that somehow, like, that it's that child logic of like, I'll show you, but like, there's nothing to gain from it. But yeah, no, he's gonna embarrass himself slightly.
Aww.
Shall we keep going?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All
I don't know
right.
if Maddy had anything to add after her prayer, or like as soon as she's done, we're like, all right.
Is it a little go team, something like that?
It's
Yeah.
more so like, you've all had your say, let's head out.
Yeah, Donovan would be like, yeah, how was yours? To Amvin and Aster. Like, did yours go good? Okay. I think we all gotta unpack, so let's just go to Dern Hollow and unpack over there.
Well, you guys are going to march until just before dawn, which will get you out of this valley and almost back to the main road. So, I guess let me ask you a question. Are you going to continue to move at night?
You mean during the day?
Well, no, I mean, like, are you going to keep, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not that angry at Clifford. Or...
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. So you're gonna take a nice long rest. Everybody gets a nice long rest. How about that? Huh?
Yay!
Thanks for the prayer, Maddy.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I still had spell slots.
So, who's feeling lucky?
I think Amvin's got the look
Well,
of
let's see.
the roll.
No, Amvin made
Yeah.
a roll last time that went very
It's true.
badly. I vote not Amvin.
It's true. I'm ready to give it to anyone else.
You know what, Susan? You
All
didn't get
right.
to yell at anybody last scene.
I
So,
know.
so
That's
do
what
me a
happens
favor.
when Maddy can't talk. Everybody yells at each other.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Give me a flat D20.
All right, let's do this. Bam. 16.
16. Very
What's up?
nice. Good lord. So, the seventh of Alta Orn. You're going to sleep through the day, and another beautiful night. It's a little misty out. It's just slightly damp, but fine walking weather. The one thing about moving around at night, it's a little more dangerous and all that, but it's a much more comfortable way to travel in terms of hot weather, especially when you guys are wearing layers and layers of armor and chainmail and all that crap. Like, it's much more comfortable to walk around at night. So you guys are going to move completely unimpeded throughout the day, or throughout the night here. And we're going to get you back to the main road. You're going to cross the river and get back to the main road here. You are a little less than a day outside of Dern Hollow. And we're going to have you take another long rest. It'll be, let's see, 7th. So 16, that'll be good for 2 days, let's say. So
Yay.
let's say on the 8th of Alta Orn after midnight. Let's say somewhere in the area of, God, probably 4:30, somewhere in there. Like, not too long before dawn, you're going to get to Dern Hollow. Now, the town's pretty dead right now. Like, the only people up right now are farmers and stuff like that, and that's outside of the town's the town's borders. Really, they're out on the outskirts. So, do you guys just want to check into an inn, or do you want to wait till the sunrise?
how many like people are out and about like right now? Like what is the general vibe that we're getting here?
Really freaking early. So like you'd see you'd see a couple of town guard walking around. It'd probably be the either really old people who would get up and probably have like a nice early breakfast. Like you might smell a waft of like bacon or sausage, something like that, or like maybe someone like a nice fruit medley type of thing, because some people like to start their day with just a big bowl of mixed fruits and berries and stuff, or make juice, like fresh squeezed juice. So you're gonna smell that every once in a while. It's like, oh wow, okay, I'm a little hungry.
Yep.
Other than that, it'll just be the odd person, like, getting ready for work or something like that, but the sun's not even out yet. Like, it's pretty damn quiet.
Is there a, like, tavern open?
In Dern Hollow? Always. Yeah. You have a choice. So, there's the Honest Harlot, and then there's Cherry Blossom Heaven. The Honest Harlot is... Well, it's the Honest Harlot. Everyone knows the Honest Harlot. It's a larger establishment. It is first and foremost a brothel, but they do serve food and beverages. There are rooms for rent, usually by the hour, but there are rooms for rent. Cherry Blossom Heaven is a little more of a rough and tumble establishment. A lot of gambling there. A lot of, again, a brothel, but they cater to the specific needs of people.
Which one's closer to us?
Right now, Honest Harlot.
Okay. Masoka is going to excuse himself, and as he walks away, he's going to say, I need a drink.
Man, it is 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but this has been stewing in his brain. He's got a hard time letting go.
Oh, man. Okay. Would you say the last couple of days it's just been pretty quiet in the group, maybe? Like, everyone's just kind of traveling, doing their thing? Like, probably not a lot of heavy talking?
I think Masoka's been arguing in his own head about how he needs to talk to Clifford, but is just not able to for whatever reason.
On the topic of Clifford, I think Aster might they're not probably going to talk to him. It just kind of like they might start showing him how to use a bow, or how they know how to use a knife or something, just or lockpicks, just giving him just a little bit of companionship, because when they were older than him, they got reamed out like that for doing some stupid stuff, so they kind of know how it is. Just
oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
he'll appreciate that, just because I think, just like any 12-year-old, his circumstances are a little different, but I think just like any 12-year-old, he's searching for a place. What do I do? Especially he's in an adventuring party, but it feels like he's not allowed to be an adventurer. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to be baggage, but so.
So every 12-year-old needs to know how to pick locks. It's very useful.
It's very useful. Everybody, listen, you hear that? So this brothel, there's only a couple of patrons in here. You're gonna see an elf in the corner, passed out. Maybe looks like they drank too much. Maybe they're coming down from an evening out. They're just passed out. And you're gonna see a dragonborn sitting at a table in the center of this establishment.
Am I by myself?
I don't know. Gang?
Well, this kind of happened suddenly. If you head over to the Honest Harlot, Donovan would probably be following you, but maybe a couple minutes after you went, because you definitely tell the group maybe we should get some rest before addressing the whole Donhurst situation to the survivors here. We'll have to find whoever's in charge and ask them to gather the people.
And at this point, we've been traveling all night. We're probably all ready to just take a good, nice sleep in some actual beds.
Yeah. Find yourself some nice rooms. I'm heading over to keep an eye on Masoka.
Isn't the Honest Harlot inn as well?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So we'll all head over there, I guess.
Yeah.
by the hour.
But just all like walking in like right before dawn, just looking like visibly like exhausted, just kind of like...
So, Rob.
Yes, I had to switch my microphone back on. So.
You're sitting in the middle of this establishment, and you're going to watch a troop of adventurers enter, and they look like the road has been slightly unkind to them. Like, maybe they're just getting in off a long haul, maybe they got lost, something like that. But they don't look like triumphant adventurers returning to town, like, to celebrate by having some fun. They look like it's like, just give me a bed and no one talk to me, please. Like that type of thing. What would your reaction be to that? If you have a reaction.
Yeah. He kind of definitely like looks up from whatever he's eating and drinking and raises an eyebrow and observes them with interest, but he doesn't necessarily like make it his interest to introduce himself. He just kind of takes him in for the moment, and yeah, like it's clear these are armed, capable people walking in. So he starts by just leaning back and observing them while he eats and drinks.
Okay.
I tell Clifford to look at the floor.
Nice.
So you guys are going to get some rooms, and I'll charge you after this. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
So.
I just want to say that, like,
Thanks.
I'm assuming the party's going to split for different rooms, but Donovan would be looking, like, specifically for the human woman and tiefling man from the other day, if they're present. And if not, that's fine.
Well, you don't see him yet.
He'll wait. He'll be eating. He'll be eating and drinking before going to bed.
Yeah, just, their shift might not start.
Yeah, he'll wait for the other shift.
Yeah. That's, okay. At
All I'm saying
4:30
is
in the
he's
morning?
not going to bed. Yeah, he's not going to bed now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, 4:30 in the morning, you're getting the B team. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Donovan knows better.
So yeah, you guys are going to get some rooms, and I would imagine that Clifford's going to draw shades and stuff like that, and just kind of barricade the place so there's no sun coming in, and you're going to get some sleep. Let's pick things up. Afternoon of the 8th. Now this place is bustling. Like, anybody who is trying to sleep it's a little tough because, it's a rowdy crowd. It gets a little loud. Not rowdy as in violent, but rowdy as in like there's music playing, there's lots of merriment to be had, loud conversations, people kind of laughing, like big belly laughs heartily, that type of thing. So this place is absolutely hopping at this point.
Amvin will leave because he can't concentrate at all. And he's going to do the hilarious thing and ask if there is a library here.
Well, kind of.
In Spanish?
Kind of. There's a school, and there's like a tiny library attached to that. There's a lovely lady named Hazel, who teaches in town, and there's like a little tiny book, like.
Okay.
I almost said book house. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Tiny book house.
It's the place where the books live. It's in there.
Actually, so then I will go see if this teacher is here because I don't know that her name is Hazel yet.
Oh, okay, yes. So in the afternoon, all the kids are letting out and stuff like that, and you'll see her. She looks infinitely patient. Like, man, she looks like she might be in her late 20s, early 30s, something like that. Just really good around smaller kids.
Yeah.
Almost like a daycare, almost.
Okay. Hi, my name is Amvin.
It's probably going to take her just half a second. It's like, I wasn't expecting there to be an adult around here. It's like, oh, hi, I'm Hazel.
Hi.
She's going to stick her hand out.
And I'll shake it. I was told this is the only thing resembling academics here. I'm curious to see if you have any books about On a Call at all.
She's going to kind of smile. Well, I have a lovely pop-up book, but I don't think that's why you're here.
No.
I actually might have something in my private collection, if you'll give me just a moment. You could follow me if you like.
Absolutely.
So she is going to... it's in the back of this establishment, like her little office. Like, there actually be, like... I almost said adult books, but that's not what I mean. Like, books for people...
Did she have to pull back a curtain?
There's a beaded... Yeah, there's a beaded curtain. Like, yeah. So, yeah, she's going to... There's going to be a few books here and there. Do me a favor. Let's go nuts. Let's have some... On a scale of 1 to 10, how useful would this be to Amvin? Give me a D10. 5. Yeah. So this is probably a little more than you were expecting, but not as much as you were hoping for, you know? Like, it's one of those.
I mean, my expectations were pretty low.
Yeah, so this will be... so it's probably before the fall, so it's a lot of sightseeing stuff, you know, the setup of the city. It's like, oh, here, you know, so like maybe a couple of maps or something. But obviously a lot of these establishments they've changed owners.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to find anything to do with the history or any knowledge about things happening in On a Call. But if it's just maps or even in the area, I'll try to dig up any books and try to do some reading with her guidance.
She is going to kind of have an apologetic tone. That's all I really have. I've never actually been, but I had a brother who went there once. It was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Was there something specific you were looking for?
There's just some fables and history. You know what? If you have anything on just either tales of magics or unknown things of like amazing things happen, even if it's just a fable, I'd be interested.
Give me a flat D10.
All right. Here we go again. Or was it a D8?
Sorry,
it was a D8. Oh, doesn't matter.
Oh!
Consistent.
She is going. She's going to think for a second. Well, I have a storybook that I read to the kids here and there, but I don't know how accurate it's going to be. There are a few magical tales in there, though.
I'll take a look at it. I mean, some tales are rooted in a seed of truth.
So, she's going to leave her office and kind of grab, kind of tug on Amvin's, shirt sleeve type of thing. Like, this way, come on. And that's probably because that's how she's used to, like, dealing with kids. Like, there might be a moment of, like, oh, God, I'm sorry. Like, I was in work mode. And she's going to head out to the bookshelves in this larger area where there's a bunch of chairs and desks and stuff. And there's a series of books on one of the shelves. And there are these big tomes that are in different colors. And she's going to pull a blue one off of the shelf. And there's kind of a picture of like what looks to be kind of a portal looking thing, something like that on the cover. And she's going to start to tell you all about, like, it's like, oh, this one's all about teleportation and magic and transporting objects. Like, each one of these books have a theme.
Interesting. And let's see.
She is going to flip open a page. And you are going to see this kind of a rough sketch, but it looks like this desert that stretches on for miles. And it's a story all about how there is meant to be a way to travel anywhere in the world in the blink of an eye, and how this was lost for centuries, but it's told that one day someone is going to figure out this grand puzzle and just advance society by a millennia overnight, that type of thing. It's worded very grandiose.
Of course. Now, is she still in that work mode where she's like, here's the page, and I'll turn it for you? Or is it like...
She probably would start reading it, and then just like, I don't need to do that, I'm sorry, and just kind of hand you the book.
Thank you. It's really uncomfortably loud back at what I thought was a tavern. Do you mind if I just read here and take notes? And you're more than welcome to hang out too. I'm not bothered by anyone in the academics.
No, please. You could use my desk. That's the only regular-sized chair.
I appreciate that. And I'll sit down and, I guess, investigate and really just try to pull what looks like potential leads from things as slim as I know this is.
This is interesting. Give me an investigation.
Cool.
Yeah, let me see something here. This is like, it's really difficult to suss out what's complete fabrication and like punching stuff up to make it sound sexier and what is like, but there are a couple of things strangely that line up with things you know. Like, it talks about giant stone slab and how it's told that it transports people to different places and stuff like that. And the picture that it's drawn looks eerily similar to what you saw in the White Raven's cave.
Okay.
Like, eerily similar.
There's that seed of truth.
Yep.
So, didn't gain anything really new, but, yeah, still a thread.
Everybody else, let's say you got some sleep, you're up, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, let's say, somewhere in there. So Clifford's still hiding. What's everybody else doing here?
Donovan's just been... I don't know how much he slept, but it probably wasn't a lot. But he's just been kind of like... He started with one drink maybe at 8 or 9 in the morning, and then was like, okay, I remember what this feels like. I'll get another one. And now it's 4, and he's had many.
Ooh, do you know what we could do?
What can we do?
Oh my god, do you know what we could do?
What
Susan!
Can we do?
Masoka.
What kind of drink would he have early in the morning? Sorry.
So, I could give you a list of drinks that you could choose from, and there's whole mechanics, there's everything.
Yes.
So do you want?
He's going for like a meal kind of drink, so probably ale.
Okay, I can hook you up. That sounds like an Alcorn ale situation. That sounds like
I'm sorry, I was just excited because the early morning drink is the Rise and Shine.
That's true.
And Jason made it for me.
That's awesome. Well, I don't know if he's been drinking like before going to bed anyway, so.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
I was just excited for a second.
Yeah. Let's go with the Alcorn ale.
Okay, I'm still gonna share this with you because I'm so fucking proud of like everything. So
it is so good.
There you go. There's a whole food and drink section. There's recipes. It's wonderful.
Tea.
Nice. Oh my god.
Maddy's going to get some shopping done. Just a small thing. Specifically, she wants to get a short bow and arrows and 2 daggers for Clifford and some other stuff that I'll just send you a list of.
Aww. Yes. Okay. Yeah,
we don't have to make a mall shopping scene about it.
Now he will be my mini-me.
He's so impressionable. Hey, Rob.
Yes.
So, you're in Dern Hollow. Town's bustling. Where would you be? What would you be doing?
I feel like Skalnar is like he's kind of. It sounds like obvious, like I'm a PC kind of thing, but it's like he's like he knows that to achieve his plans, he needs to not be going it alone, right? Like that's just how it is.
So he's on the market. He's dating a little bit. He's looking to.
Yeah, he's sizing up people. Like, I mean, part of the thing is like you look at a bunch of like rundown adventurers coming into an end who look like they've been beaten within an inch of their lives, and you don't necessarily know if that's the right crew to like introduce yourself to, right? Like they look like maybe they haven't done so well. Maybe they're unreliable.
It's a weird crew for sure because they're carrying a 12-year-old with them. There's, Amvin doesn't look ripped, but at the same time, there is something to be said for.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Sorry, I love you.
I mean, I guess what I'd ask first is in the intervening time since I saw them, have any better adventurers come through?
You know what?
You just keep swiping left.
Wow. Yeah, that's
There's
the
group F.
Give me a flat D20.
All right.
All right,
this would be fucking great.
We saw of Rob's new character.
Hi, Rob.
He was there and then he was gone.
It'll just be you guys together in a single call with like random other people that are all NPCs.
Yeah, on the upside, the world's never been in better hands with these new NPCs here. These A-listers.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
2.
we've closed off that timeline.
Jesus. Yeah, no, you're going to say there's one other group that goes through town.
Mm-hmm.
And one of, like, there's a dude missing an arm.
They are carrying a body.
Yeah, they're definitely carrying, like, they're
it's Group
mourning.
B.
Yeah.
That's group.
So, like, they're going to be coming through. They look real sad. So here's the thing. I think upon first glance, if you're looking to, get into something with a new group, you might want to shy away initially from the group that looks all like just pounded in the dirt and sad. But it's a fully functional group that's alive. So at least they can kind of handle that. Like you could assume it's like, well, I mean, they're not missing arms and shit like those guys. Like that, and it does look like they're wearing some decent gear. So they've been around the block. It's not like, I guess it's like, okay, you ever tune into a YouTube channel and you could tell that they're just getting started? Like, it's like they got a crappy camera, they don't know what their setup is, they don't know how to edit, and it's like, okay, they might get there one day, but I'm looking for someone a little more established. Like,
I feel that was directed at me.
It was not. It was not. But like, they got some shiny armor, they got some nice weapons, they looks like they had a bad day. They all got their limbs and stuff. And they're confident enough to carry a child with them.
Yeah. I would hope that child has been delivered safely to Dern Hollow, where that child will then stay. And not
I'm
continue.
sure.
But
yeah.
I'm sure that's the last we've seen of that child.
That's
I don't know if that's any of any value to your character. What's your name again? Your character's name again?
Skalnar Hisk.
Skalnar, perfect. I don't know if this is of any value to Skalnar, but two of this party, two members of this party have a tabard of a monitor. I don't know if that would change anything for you.
He's aware of a monitor, but it's pretty much neutral information. It's neither good nor bad. So all right, so Skalnar's going to pass on the Dern Hollow Hangdogs or whatever that NPC crew is. And so
I love them.
Okay, so I guess what has happened is Skalnar has decided of the two adventuring groups that he has seen pass through Dern Hollow, Group A is in fact the best group of adventurers in at least a handful of miles. So perhaps he should bite the bullet and not keep shopping around. So
you hear that, guys? You did it!
Yeah. Best one of two.
Rob reluctantly rejoins his own group.
Okay, so Amvin went to the library. What is everyone else up to as we speak, other than Amvin? Because Skalnar is not a. No, well, you said it was more of a. Did you say it was a school, or I missed some of the details?
Oh, you're in a brothel.
No, but where Amvin is.
Oh, yeah, that's not a brothel. That's a children's school, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so he went to a children's school and they had good books, but that's not a place that Skalnar would hang out. So what are the rest of you up to?
Yeah. Well, if you're on your way out of the brothel, Donovan's still there, not getting rowdy, but
Yeah, Masoka's still there and
getting social.
I kind of like to think he hadn't drank in quite a while, like really drank.
Oh man!
So he might be like dancing on the tables by now. I don't know, something like that.
Do you want to see?
I do.
Because maybe Donovan's holding his hair. We don't know.
Maybe he's holding his hand, dancing with him.
Oh, also.
On a scale of flash to trash, how do you handle your alcohol?
Oh man, let's see if he's wearing pants too.
So, okay, what's your con score?
13.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so are you drinking hard liquor? Like, are you doing shots?
I think when he first went in, it was like, give me a shot, give me a beer.
Okay.
And then he just probably kept doing that.
Oh boy. Okay.
The dual wield special.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
He's
just trying to
attacking himself.
Put it in the book.
I'm going to say in the book what we've done is essentially everyone has drinking hit points, right? Okay. And it's based on your con score. So Masoka's not a huge burly dude. So if he's drinking shots and continually drinking, it's going to degrade that score over time. Not your actual con score, but those drinking hit points. I'm going to say that's going to take you down to a 5.
Okay.
So at this point...
He did used to drink maybe borderline excessively, but it's been a while. Well, he hasn't since he was resurrected.
Okay. So it's been... Yeah, so okay. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Give me a Constitution save.
All right.
Fantastic.
That's solid.
Oh, man. Okay, good. You did good. Any less than that, you would have passed out. So, the room is spinning for you. And you're at the point where you are definitely slurring words. Keeping a train of thought is difficult. You're pretty gone.
It's right where he wants to be.
Good.
And so Donovan is babysitting this in some way?
He's keeping an eye on him, like putting a hat on his face just to so people don't see his state, but like just checking on him, just like making sure he stays put while trying to engage people in conversation. He's having a good time.
Well, he probably has his hood up, so his red eyes are just staring out at people.
Well, Donovan would like put it back down every time. Like, slap your hand.
Oh no.
So I guess I'll paint a picture more than Red Dragonborn here. So Skalnar, he's not necessarily a young Dragonborn. He's more middle adulthood. He has the build of someone who was a bodybuilder when younger, but then ended up in a desk job for a few years and like let that slip. So he's got a bit of a belly pushing his armor out.
So he's got a little dragon dad bod.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
He's Mr. Incredible.
Dragon dad bod. I love it. So he's still fit and he's still muscular, but he's like let it slip a little bit. Okay. He is in his armor and everything. He's got a big old war hammer kind of lashed to one side and a whip lashed to the other side of his belt. And he wears kind of like, I wouldn't call it necessarily like a red. It's kind of like it's not quite a cloak because it's got like holes for arms. So imagine like a knee length coat that's like a kind of a dark red and has no sleeves, right? So it kind of rests over his armor, but you can see his whole armored arms all the way down.
Okay.
Kind of like a sleeveless duster kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. And when he walks, he like Dragonborn are perfectly capable of like walking like upright civilized beings, but he kind of hulks forward, like he keeps his head ahead of his center of gravity, so he looks kind of like lizardly, bestial, dragony as he walks. Probably somewhat intentionally, like it seems like an affectation.
Do you know? One, firstly, Dragonborn are big boys anyway. So if you used to be like a bodybuilder type of thing, like that's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I don't think this was intentional, but we're going to get some fan fiction about your character. Like,
what did I do?
No.
I'm working on the movie Rumble.
No, I'm saying, like, you're painting a great picture for people, and the Dragon Dad Bod thing is going to get.
Yeah.
Like, you just lit up a whole portion of the internet.
One second. You're welcome,
I'll send
Bree.
you some links.
You're welcome, Bree. Hell, Kelsey. That's probably...
I didn't say anything.
I know, but I could feel it in the air.
Y'all fan your flushed faces here, and we'll get moving.
Oh my god.
No, so he kind of does his hulking walk over to Donovan and Masoka, and he says, "I see you're several drinks deep. Is this victory drinking or drowning sorrows?"
And Donovan will just finish his current drink. A little bit of both. Mostly celebration, I think. Care to join us for one more?
I suppose I could. I do not drink much, but I can drink with you. In the interest of introductions. My name, by the way, is Skalnar Hisk. I am a paladin of Alvirin. I hope it is a pleasure to meet you. We will soon find out,
Of course it's a pleasure to meet me. It's a pleasure to meet you. Come meet my friend Masoka over here, and he'll like slap you on the cheek.
Hey, can I call you Scallywag?
I would appreciate if you did not do that.
Yeah, he probably will.
How unfortunate. And he reaches into his coat and pulls out like a tiny little like pocket notebook and just like scratches something real quick and then slaps it closed like very punctually and slips it back in his pocket. You came in earlier. You looked like you'd had a rough time on the road. What happened to you?
It's been a long time on the road, yeah. We just came back from Donhurst. I don't know if you've heard what's happening over there, but we're the... And he's going to lean over the table and kind of like speak in a hushed voice like, we're the Fearless Titans. We were the ones sent by Winterhaven to investigate.
Jason, have I heard of the Fearless Titans?
I'm going to say no.
Of course not.
It hasn't gotten around. Okay.
No, it's in its infancy.
Like the YouTube channel.
We got a banner. And that's on the way back. Masoka, vampires, shush.
Everywhere.
We lost a member of ours, a good friend of ours. Two of the vampires from over there. It's that's what we're drinking.
To honor him, huh?
Yeah, not to forget, of course not.
And he'll grab his drink and then he'll say, "Shall we toast then? You tell me his name. Toast to him."
Oh yeah, of course. He's gonna stand up with his drink, and he's gonna speak up for like the room to hear, and he'll go, "Today we drink to Ubo of the mountain."
And Skalnar will raise his cup. Ubo of the mountain.
And we'll get the Countess for what she did to him.
So all the while, if you're being like aware of Skalnar's reactions, he's as you mention, like, oh, Donhurst, oh, the Countess, this, that, the more you talk about that, he is kind of perking up and widening his eyes a little bit, like, okay, they know what's going on. So he joins you in your toast, and when that passes, he says, "So you spoke of the Countess in Donhurst. Am I to assume your friend died fighting her or her minions?"
Yeah, her minions. We didn't engage her. Well, I don't think that would have been wise, but on the way out, we tried to save some guy, and Ubo wanted to be brave, and, well, the rest is history.
He was impatient then.
I think he was carrying a lot of stuff with him. I don't think it was impatience. But certainly, he was brave.
Those of us who take to this violent life on the road, I think every one of us has some amount of, how shall we say, baggage.
Yeah, you tell me. What's your... Yeah, what you got, Masoka? What you got there?
It's like this. I'm not a dad, but I'm in love with Maddy.
Scouter doesn't know who that is, but he smirks.
Yeah, that's Masoka's baggage in a nutshell. Donovan says that, actually. And what about you, Skalnar? What brings you to the Honest Harlot?
Many things. I need assistance with a great many issues. As I said earlier, I am a paladin of Alvarin, and Ilara is in desperate need of justice in many ways. You are in luck, I should say. One of the ways in which I'm interested in delivering justice is actually helping to handle this Countess situation. It cannot be done alone. I am quite capable, but even I know my limits.
Yeah, no, good plan. Going alone is definitely that's an impasse, my friend. In fact, we're the five of us. We can't do anything about that situation. We're gonna have to go tell the survivors of Donhurst that they can't go back home, and we need to tell Winterhaven that if they want to get involved, they're gonna have to do it, because the Countess is gonna go pick up the residents of the city if they go back and live there again. She's gonna just snatch them and eat them.
No. I will talk to a monitor. Excuse me.
And he's actually going to run away and throw up.
Oh, what a hot mess.
Skalnar will narrow his eyes a bit then and get more serious. So, this is it. You're just going to tuck your tails in failure, run away, allow this to remain.
Hold on, Skalnar. Excuse me. As a paladin myself, I don't run away. We have a mission to do. We have to tell Winterhaven. We have to inform the parties involved, and if we can get Winterhaven support and Aubrey's support, because in Aubrey there's a lot of firepower against the vampires over there. It's just that if you join us and we go back and knock on her door, we won't make it far.
No, I understand better now. I see. So you are going to rally a force to counterattack to bring the fight to her doorstep.
Yeah, well, that would be ideal. If Winterhaven doesn't send us there, I guess we're gonna have to take it on ourselves. Yeah.
This is a worthy cause. Again, one of many I hope to solve with my career adventuring. I have been in this town for a few days now, and you are, in fact, the most capable-looking adventurers I have seen so far. Perhaps I join you. Does that sound all right? I could show you what skills I have to offer, and we certainly seem to be united toward a particular cause. If you are, in fact, immediately planning to address the Countess, even in the roundabout way of first gathering your forces. It is your next goal, as it were.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. At least for me, I'll have to introduce you to the rest of the party. I hate to say it like that, but there is an opening right now. There is. I guess you're gonna get paid back in Winterhaven if you follow us as a member of this party. So, I mean, if it was just up to me, you're a paladin, you say, right?
A paladin of Alvirin.
I think I could share notes, maybe. Maybe you show me what you can do, and I show you what I can do.
I will show you what I can do, but I will warn you, my training is not typical of a paladin entirely. I have learned a few tricks in my time as a jailer, diversified my capabilities.
Oh, that's even better, because I'm not. I don't think I'm the typical paladin myself either. He's gonna lean in closer to you. He's gonna tap at his tabard. And he's gonna be. I don't worship this guy.
Oh boy.
That is atypical.
Anyway, I'll make the arrangements. I'll introduce you to Maddy, Amvin, Aster, Clifford, Trent. Maybe we'll see Trent. I don't know. And, this over there was Masoka. I don't know where they are, so maybe you'll have a chance of seeing them somewhere outside in the city. Look for the other tough-looking lady with the monitor tabard, and I have business to attend here. So maybe I'll just meet up with you a little later outside.
1 second. While you guys are talking, some folks are going to stride into this bar. Donovan, do me a favor, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Love it. So, they kind of have a swagger about them. Like, not like, oh, we're going to go into this bar and drink. It's like, we own this bar, and we are coming in to drink our alcohol now. Leading the charge is a tiefling man with this kind of really neatly clipped goatee type of thing. Kind of like the traditional depiction of, like, the devil. You know what I mean? Like that curly mustache and
yes.
The goatee. Yeah. Well, he's going to come in with a cadre of folks. Five folks. You very much recognize this man. You fought him in the Divide.
Oh, no.
They're going to walk in, and they're going to look around. The sun has set, by the way.
Oh, that was my next question.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to look around, and they're going to walk up to the bar. Like, they're going to kind of walk in, scope out the place, and then they're going to walk up to the bar, kind of like knock on the, kind of very impatient, just like, let's go. And the tiefling in the lead, if you were to put an age on him, tieflings age a little slower. If you were human, you'd put him at like 43, something like that. Like a little older, but like, And he's gonna pull the bartender in close and whisper something in his ear. And as the bartender pulls back a little bit, he's going to give this smile and a wink. And the bartender's going to rush off. And this tiefling man is going to spin around and look back at his crew.
Do all the crew have the red pauldron from the Fang?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so like Donovan will tense up and kind of get closer to the table and kind of tell. Sorry, I just read what Susan said in the chat. Susan, I cannot make any promise.
No. They just rebuilt.
We can rebuild again. We can rebuild. He's gonna like motion to Skalnar to like come close.
Skalnar will lean in.
Okay. Behind you, there's a group of 5 people. There's this tiefling, evil-looking tiefling at the head of them. These are the guys. I gotta kill them. They don't know you. Can you go find out why they're here? Meanwhile, I'm gonna go talk to that bartender and see what they're up to. Just distract them for a while, just a couple minutes.
Very well. I will see what I can discover.
You're awesome. You got the job.
At that, Skalnar kind of gives him a little side eye and says, "So did you."
Oh, wait, before you go, don't let him bite you. They're vampires, all of them.
So with that information, he says, "Thank you for the warning." And then Skalnar gets up and I guess before he gets up, he just like finishes his drink real quick so that he can go to the bar with the excuse of like, "Yeah, I need a refill."
So you go up there and you got your empty glass, and this guy reeks of perhaps overconfidence, definitely confidence, but maybe overconfidence. So he's doing that thing where he's arched back, like leaning against the bar, like he's got his elbows resting on the edge of the bar while he's waiting for, well, something. And he's going to be taking in Skalnar, just looking him up and down.
I mean, if Skalnar notices that, he does the same. Like, he just kind of like equals him in investigation, so to speak, right? Like he checks this guy out.
And he's gonna look at his boys here and girls. It's a mix. The Fang are equal opportunity, but he's gonna look at everybody and kind of like laugh, like kind of like one single chuckle type of thing, and he's gonna look back at Skalnar. "You got something to say, big boy?"
"Just getting a refill. No need to pick a fight."
He's gonna stand up straight and face the bar, but still looking at Skalnar. No need to fight. Just poking fun. Sorry.
Skalnar will shrug at that and just put out a hand for a handshake and say, "Skalnar Hisk."
And I think when you put out your hand, he's almost expecting you to throw a punch or something. And you could see, like, not reflexively jerk, but like he's just slightly tensed up. And he's going to give another smile, and he's going to reach out and grab Skalnar's hand. Galraz Grimness.
So, I guess, how do I know of the Grimness? Well, let's see. So I have lived for some time in Brightport.
Right.
So that would, I almost certainly know the Grimness family name, huh?
It's hard not to in Brightport. Especially the last few years. Yeah. I'll tell you what, do me a favor. Give me a wisdom check. Let's see how much you know.
Wisdom check. Okay. Yeah, I don't have history or anything like that, so yeah. All right, you just want wisdom.
Just a wisdom check. That's basically like a...
I was sitting here shaking a physical die in my hand as though that's how I because I have these dice I have my Skalnar dice sitting beside me. I know we don't play in person, but I put them out here, and then I was like shaking the D20 looking for my modifier.
Here we go.
Okay. We're gonna click that, and we're gonna pop it in there. 19.
Shit, 19. Yeah. Yeah, you'd know probably quite a lot about, at the very least, Tessia. And probably Valis. Well, look.
Not Malchus? There's nothing?
Okay.
He's a West Coast boy.
He's a West Coast boy? All the grimnesses of his skull.
Look, okay.
I love words from the shadows.
I'm going to say this. You're a worshiper of Alvarin. You there's no love lost for someone like Valis. And the fucker's got the nickname of the Butcher. So, like, you're probably not a huge fan of his. I don't know how much. Well, you tell me, Susan. How much, like, I feel like Erelov would be more of a working behind the scenes person. Is she more of a public figure nowadays in Brightport?
No, she's very much behind the scenes in books all the time.
So, yeah, you'd know that, like, Tessie is trying to rehabilitate people and give them jobs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Just before something happens, just in case something happens, we never know with them dice. Donovan would try to use this distraction to kind of like sneak away to try to like find that bartender who walked away to do whatever. And
I don't think that anybody would be like.
So I think he'd remove his tabard, like stuff it like on his chair under the pillow, just so that he's not as recognizable to them, at least from the corner of the eye. And yeah, he'll try to sneak away and find that person. You may resume.
Okay. So, yeah, Skalnar at that and knowing what he knows, he says, he does shake his hand and says, Grimness. Quite a name. Of the Grimness family of Brightport?
So he's going to kind of cock his head just a little bit. You know him?
I know of Tessia, certainly Valis. I know I've heard little bits of news of some of the other ones who have, shall we say, tried to make a name for themselves, but mostly I have heard of the ones local to my hometown.
Boy. He's going to nod and probably take a sip of what he's drinking here. Well, I've been to Brightport in a little while, but kids definitely take after me. You know, taught them everything they know.
Must be, well, I guess I should ask. Are you proud? No doubt they are capable, but how are they related to you?
I'm really trying to decide how much of an asshole he is. Let me roll a flat d20. Middle of the road asshole. He's going to lean in. Well, you know Tessia.
I do, yes.
We used to be together. It didn't work out, but I've kept an eye on my kids here and there. They are, definitely capable. I would have preferred them to follow a different path, but throwing the name around has gotten me more than a few free drinks.
So you are disappointed in their legacy,
I just wanted more for them, you know? I got one in Winterhaven. He's just killing himself to trying to be one of them, and it just makes me sad, you know?
So there's this there's this brief moment where like talking about kids is like Skalnar kind of wants to he wants to talk about his family, but then he's like, oh wait, I'm talking to a vampire, and also perhaps I do not want to reveal that I have family members who he might exploit. So we literally Rob sitting here almost did that as the next leg of the conversation. I was like, wait a tick.
I have vulnerable people in my life too.
Yeah. So he says, I do not understand the one in Winterhaven. He is, you say he wants to try to be one of whom? One of, what do you mean? Expand on that. Yes.
It's just this. You got anybody in your family works for the government? Tax collector, road repair, anything like that?
It is not so, no. I suppose I was once a jailer, so perhaps just me.
Oh boy. That's gonna get a reaction where, like, the folks he came in with, that's gonna rustle their feathers a bit. A jailer, huh? What city?
See, here's the thing, he knows they're vampires.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't know that like the banditry side of this. So He has no idea that's a sensitive issue.
Right.
So yeah, he says, I served in Brightport several years. Too much time though sitting behind a desk at a certain point. Had to get back out on the road. Nothing like it.
Unblinkingly, he's gonna nod at you. See, he's gonna take another sip. I got nothing against the profession. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do, make a living. But I travel with some folks who would probably take offense to your chosen profession, friend. In any regard, my kid, he's just bending over backwards trying to be some government toady, peace treaties and talks and just jumping through hoops for this council and his half-burned kid they got running that town. He could be doing so much more. You ever hear... the kid can talk. I swear, he could talk the shirt off your back if you give him a chance. Little verbose. Doesn't shut up sometimes, but he's got panache.
We each have to choose our own path, and certainly as taxing as all of the treaties and documents and so on can be, cities need order. Someone has to do it. If not, you merely have the rule of the strong, tyranny.
See, you call it tyranny. I call it cutting through the bullshit. We got a thing going on right now where we got a pecking order. We got someone at the top keeping an eye on things. And then the rest of it is just ours. We run it how we see fit. Yeah. We gotta do some stuff I don't necessarily agree with here and there, but it keeps all of us fed and happy. You looking for work right now, friend? Might be able to use someone with a nice head on their shoulders like you.
I'm afraid you are late in that regard. I have already found new work, but it's certainly good to know that there are myriad options.
He's going to raise his glass. And by this point, I would imagine Skalnar's glass has been refilled. Hey, offer's always on the table, friend. And he's going to wink and kind of smile. You're going to see one sharp tooth as he's smiling. He'll clink his glass up against yours, whether you want a toast or not.
Skalnar just kind of plays it cool, right? Like is one pointed fang like a clear vampire? Do I immediately, had I not known he was a vampire, would I then know? Is it so long that it's?
Well, okay. Some tieflings have elongated canines, right? Mm-hmm. They kind of have, sharpish teeth, but that's exaggerated even for that. Like, you already know he's a vampire. But what this is telling you is he's not afraid of you knowing. Mm. And after he clinks his glass, he's going to set it back down on the bar. Well, I got some business to attend to here, so if you'll excuse me, maybe we'll talk again later.
Very well.
And I think that's a good time for us to stop for the night, everybody.
Oh, man.
I know.
We weren't going to see what happened to...
Soon.
Next week. We're playing the week. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm okay with it.
Not 2 months.
Okay.
We'll get to introduce our new friend to the group.
Yeah, with a bang.
Hey everybody, we are getting ready for Theriathon. Theriathon 2020 will be on April 25th, starting at noon Eastern, all the way through to midnight Eastern. It is a 12-hour celebration of the show. We'll be recording live episodes for you guys. We have a wealth of surprises, and I hope you guys can join us on that day and help us spread the word to pack as many people into that chat room as possible. Of course, your reviews on iTunes help us out a lot. I know a couple of you were upset that we have ads on the show now. We try to keep them down to a minimum, but we got to pay bills. It's just a thing, and I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, we've done everything we can to make them as non-intrusive as possible. Speaking of which, over at patreon.com/DANDR, we are really in full swing now. Thank you guys for all your feedback, stuff like Town Crier and all the new groups and the new format for Living in Theria have been going pretty well, and we really want to thank you guys for letting us know what you think, because sometimes we take stabs at stuff and we're not exactly sure if you guys really enjoy it. So thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Of course, if you guys have feedback, we would really appreciate you sending us any emails you have to dandrpodcast@gmail.com. That's dandrpodcast@gmail.com, all spelled out. And again, if you haven't heard, we are accepting videos so that I can start putting them together for Theriathon. We would really, really appreciate that, because it's something that I want to do to highlight you guys, and that really worked out last year. So I want to try and do something new this year and kind of expand upon that. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week for a brand new episode of the show. Take care.